Replacing the laptop screen of an HP Pavilion 15-e084ca. Before you begin your screen replacement, be sure to remove the battery so that you have no chance of having any electrical power coming through the computer as you're taking it apart. Using an X-Acto knife, wedge it in behind the little cover for the screws and pry it off. Using a Phillips screwdriver, remove the screw that holds the cover of the screen in place. Do the same to the screw on the other side. Once the screws are removed, using the X-Acto knife or a small screwdriver, you can carefully wedge it into the gap between the bezel and the back and pry it until it pops, and you'll hear a little pop as you slowly work it along, and you can pop it apart to slowly remove. There we go, you hear that little thing, so just a little slight turn. You can hear that pop out. Work your way around until you have released the screen cover all the way across and around the sides. Once you have released all the way around, you'll be able to take the screen cover completely off. And now you can see that you can access the actual screen itself. On the four corners of the screen are screws. One screw at the top on the corner, and there are two screws down at the bottom on the corner that have to be removed so that you can release the screen from the laptop. Once the screws have been taken out, the back can be laid down right out of the way, and you can see that the screen is there ready to be replaced. Now you can remove the screws on the side here and here, and the same on the other side, which will then allow you to take out the old screen, and then you'll replace the new screen in that position. Replace your screws to hold the screen in place. You can see this is the new screen as it has the tape that's holding the cover on it. So do your two screws on each side, and once those screws are in and it's secure, then we'll connect the ribbon cable. By far the most difficult and delicate step is the replacing of the ribbon cable. And you have to get it lined up perfectly straight and gently pushed into place so that it makes a good connection, but you cannot damage it. So you got to slowly wiggle it forward. I found that holding the tape that's on it, once you get it lined up and kind of sliding it forward, will get it into place. At this point, you may wish to plug the battery back in and turn on the laptop to make sure that the screen is indeed working before you finish putting everything back together. As you can see here, it's booting up and I can see the screen, everything's coming up just fine. So now I have a screen that is working again. At this point, I can take my X-Acto knife and trim the tape that's holding the cover on the screen so that I can then remove it from one side and then the other. Then all I have to do is put everything back together, and I have my laptop working the way I wanted it. The screws have now been replaced in the corners holding the screen on. And now we just have to snap the cover back in. So here we are with the cover on, and you can hear it's just clicking into place as you snap it in. And then our final task is to put the screws back in the corner. To hold that on. Like that. And then if you wish, you can put the cover back on. And it's still sticky on the back, so if I can place it properly, you can push it into place